on today's video. As you saw by the title of today's video, I'm vlogging a capstone day in my life, but it's my last capstone shift. Actually, that feels weird to say because for my school, we have to do 18 shifts. So this is number 18. I can't believe it. It's a 12-hour shift, although I always come early to get report and then we stay late to trace lines and give report. So it's usually more than 12 hours, but anyways, welcome to a day in the life. I haven't filmed any other capstone vlogs. I don't really know why. I guess I just didn't really think it was super interesting, but here I am today just to kind of give you an idea of what it might look like. So I'm currently going to the hospital now. I'm in a pediatric capstone, so it's a lot of fun because I also work in pediatrics and then I hope to get a job in pediatrics. It's really great in that way. I'd love to afterwards talk about everything. I don't know, just more about the experience because soon I have to get out of the car and go to the unit and stuff. But hopefully this gives you a little insight in what a day in the life of capstone looks like. I'll try to get as much footage as I can. Obviously there's stuff I can't film. Oh, I also forgot to mention, if you don't know what a capstone is, it's basically your last thing before you graduate. That is my little intro, and I have to get out of the car, go to the hospital, and go on my unit. 12:46, capstone's going well. That's the update, nothing really to report. Okay, so I'm just getting on my lunch break. It is 2:58, and I brought a little Trader Joe's pre-made salad and then just some other random things. So maybe I can show you. And then we're gonna have lunch. It's been a busier day. It's definitely picked up. It's been really good. Lots of meds, lots of assessments, all the things. And then there's 4 more hours left. So it has been a good day. I'm done with my capstone. I just finished my last shift and I was actually calculating all the hours because we have to hit I think it's 216 hours and I'm way over. Safe to say I'm done with my capstone. Yeah, it feels good. I'm happy about it. It was a lot and it was really, it was a long thing, 18 shifts. It's tons of hours, but I'm glad I stuck with the one I got because I applied for other ones that I would have gotten paid to do. It's a whole different thing, but it was good. Pizza's really fun, and I'm probably at this point just gonna go home, take a shower, and wind down. And I'll either film a review or talk more about it tonight or tomorrow, because by the time I usually come home from a shift, sometimes I have to just eat dinner, go to bed, and then do it all again. Kind of just gonna wind down, and I will definitely fill you in on all the things. But yeah, I just had to document this moment because I'm finally done with my capstone. So yeah, I'll probably do some more filming either later or tomorrow, and I'll talk to you then. But for now, just an overall happy feeling and glad it's done. Alright, so it's been a few days, but I just wanted the last portion of this video to be about my capstone as a whole and just be a sit down and talk to you about my capstone, everything I would tell somebody starting a capstone, and just pieces of advice. My cute preceptor also gave me a little goodie bag, so I wanted to show you some things that she gave me for a new grad nurse, so I'll talk about that at the end. But first of all, I just want to talk about my capstone because obviously this is what this video is about. I don't know how my school compares to schools outside of Utah, but we were required to complete 18 clinical shifts for a total of 216 clinical hours. Divided by 12, I did 18 shifts. Some people were put in outpatient settings, clinic settings, so they did a lot more shifts just because 10-hour shifts and 12-hour shifts, the way that divides is just different. But personally, I did 18, and within Utah and the other people I've talked to, that's a lot of clinical shifts. I feel other ones are usually 10 or so, but mine was a lot. It really helped me to feel prepared to enter into the nursing field independently. I think the biggest thing going into it was that at my very last shift, I wanted to feel competent. I wanted to feel like you could give me that patient load and I'd be able to handle it, if not know my resources, because you're never gonna know everything as a nurse. Even as a nurse that's worked for so many years, like, you've learned new things every day, so I'll never know everything, but I just wanted to feel like I knew my resources and I knew how to competently care for these patients. What's so nice is that you're able to be with a preceptor that knows you from day one to the last day, and so your preceptor is able to guide your learning and help you reach your goals. I had a few goals going into the capstone, and so both of my preceptors helped me to reach those goals. I actually ended up having two. Not everybody gets two preceptors, but that's just how it worked out for me. It was really, really great to be able to learn from two different nurses and to be able to take tips from both and just ways of doing things from both. I think my second biggest takeaway from my capstone was being able to advocate not only for myself but for my patients. If you know me outside of nursing or just like on a personal level, I'm not one to really like speak up if something like bothers me, but in nursing, like, you have to speak up, you have to advocate, you have to question, you have to critically think, and I feel like I've been able to improve in all of those things, and that's something that I'm super grateful for. I mean, obviously, I'm still really, really scared to be a nurse, and I'm still really, really scared to start as a new grad, but I'm really grateful for the foundation that I was able to get from my capstone. While it was a lot of shifts, like, I feel good, you know, like, at the end of the day, I was able to walk away and feel like I can do this, and that's really all I could have asked for. The other part of that is just like advocating for yourself, because in the past, like, I'm not very good at advocating for myself, but something that's very important is that your capstone, at the end of the day, it's for your learning. It's not for your preceptor. It's not for the clinical manager. It's not for your cohort friends. It's for you. So it's like your capstone's for you. Make sure you are learning and that you are really trying, because after your capstone, you're gonna be a new grad. Like, unless you're a nurse apprentice, like, this is kind of like the last thing, you know, like, this is the final, this is the finale. This is a perfect opportunity to like push yourself. And I guess that goes into my tips and advice for clinicals and capstone. My first tip is to say yes to try everything and to ask to try lots of different things. That's a goal that I kind of made for myself ever since I started nursing school. If my preceptor ever asked me to do something, I said yes, even if it scared me. And obviously that's a scary thing to do. Like, these are things I've never done before and I'm always afraid. Just being able to say yes, 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 like, I will do that, I will try that. Or even just like, yes, but like, please walk me through it. Things like that, like, it really, really helps. And then once I hit my capstone, I was so used to saying yes. And so it was easy when my preceptor was like, try this, and I was like, yeah, like, for sure I want to try that. That would probably be my number one tip. Also, just like being aware that your preceptor's not going to let you hurt the patient, so they're obviously not going to ask you to do something that they're not comfortable with you doing. And that's another reason why I always push myself to say yes, as well as asking to do things, because the worst that they can say is no. And then you're like, okay, like, at some point you're probably going to be able to do that thing, but some preceptors are more comfortable with helping you do things than other nurses, and that's totally fine. Another tip that I would have is preceptor-student relationships. So, I mean, there's plenty of times that I've had preceptors that didn't really want a student or didn't really like me, or I felt like they didn't really like me, things like that. And my biggest tip with that would be to try to find some common ground with the person that's precepting you. Maybe you have something in common, like maybe you grew up in the same area, maybe you have the same hobbies, or maybe you have a dog and they have a dog, or something like that. I think for every experience that I've had, and I don't feel like my preceptor likes me or I'm scared to be with them because they've already like verbalized that they don't want a student that day or something like that, whenever I'm able to find common ground or like compliment them on something, it really, really changes the day. It really helps to lighten the mood, break the ice, and it really makes a big difference in my opinion. So that would be another tip. Another thing which we are always told in nursing school, ask questions, and that obviously doesn't stop when you're in your capstone. Ask questions. There cannot be one nurse that knows everything in the whole world. Like, there's so much to learn, especially as a student. Like, there's so much to learn. They can only teach you so much in nursing school. So I've always been told throughout nursing school, like, the scary nurse is the one that doesn't ask. So just ask a ton of questions, and I'm gonna continue to ask questions for the rest of my nursing career. That would be probably my third tip. I feel like everything that I've learned has really come down to those 3 tips and pieces of advice. Yeah, it's just so wild that this is it, you know, for like my nursing school, because I feel like I just started yesterday. I can't believe that it's already coming to an end, but that is everything I have in regards to how my capstone was. Did I even say how it was? My capstone was good. Obviously long. Those 12-hour shifts can get very, very long, but very, very good. Oh, I guess this is another piece of advice. So I ended up like stacking all my capstone shifts, like clustering them, because I wanted to give myself like 3-4 weeks to study for the NCLEX and be able to work and like all those other things. So I clustered all 18 shifts within the span of like 2.5 months. I think I was doing 2 to 3 shifts a week. There were some weeks where it was less or more. That on top of working made for some really, really long weeks, but to be honest, I wouldn't have traded it for anything. I would do the clustering all again, because I've been able to be out of school and really enjoy like just studying for the NCLEX and working for the past 2 weeks. I really wouldn't trade that for anything. And if you're able to cluster your shifts, I would encourage it, because some people I've heard of are like just hoping to get their hours in, and that's something that affects our graduation. So I don't know how it works with your school, but if it's possible to cluster your shifts, I would highly, highly encourage that, because I'd rather be done really early and feel safe, comfortable with having everything done, rather than like scrambling to the very last day to get my capstone hours in. That's just a piece of advice I would also leave. And then yeah, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the description. I'm happy to like talk about this more. I love talking about nursing school. It's like one of my favorite things, obviously, hence my channel. But the last thing I want to do is talk about this cute little goodie bag. One of my cute preceptors gave me this on one of our last days together, and I just wanted to show you what I got in here. And just to remind you, I worked with the pediatric population for my capstone, so some of these things are applicable to that. But I think she said she got this off of Amazon, so I'm gonna try to find it and put it in my Amazon storefront in the link. I'm gonna try to put this exact one in my Amazon storefront if you want to match with me. But how cute is this? A registered nurse. I'll have to keep this in like my work bag. And then inside, this super fun poppable, what is this called? Popper? I don't know the word, but it's super cute. A lot of the nurses at this hospital have these kinds of things, and just because it's like you can hang it on like your lanyard or whatever, and it's just kind of fun for like, I might even probably play with this. The next thing is this cute little light, and it's like the shape of a frog. I think I also linked this already in my Amazon storefront, but so cute. It's just a little frog light. Again, you can like hang it from your badge or your lanyard, and this is actually really helpful on the floor for when you're looking at anything. So it's just like a cute little flashlight. That's fun. And then she gave me this little pen that says "Nurses Inspire Nurses." So cute and fun. You can always, I'm definitely going to be using a pen in my nursing career, so that's super cute. And then just some cute badge drills for the future. If you can see these, they're cute. They're like marbly, and they look like this. And I actually don't know where she got these. Maybe Amazon. So that one's cute and blue-ish. And then this one is fun as well. I just thought that was such a cute and thoughtful gift to give like a capstone student, and I wanted to show you because this is also documenting like my capstone experience for myself. So that is probably the end of this video because I don't really know what else to add, but I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye everyone.